Good evening, friends. Welcome to the another session of Infinity. I welcome you all for joining on Sunday evening with us and taking time to attend this session. So, so we call it as this is like a Sunday spiritual gathering where we all come together and listen to the Master's wisdom and meditate together. So, thank you, friends, for joining today. So I would like to welcome first start with the Mangala Madam song. Hello, Madam. Good evening. I'll unmute you. Can you unmute? Yes.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, Madam.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anantarupa Anantana Adimula Narayana Anantarupa Anantana Adimula Narayana Anantashayana He Jagannatha Kamala Nayana He Madhava Anantashayana He Jagannatha Kamala Nayana He Madhava Karuna Sagara Kalingamardana Karuna Sagara Kalingamardana He Kripa Sindhu Krishna He Daya Sindhu He Kripa Sindhu Krishna He Daya Sindhu Anantarupa Anantanam Adimula Narayana Vishwamula Vishwadhara Vishveshwara He Narayana Vishwamula Vishwadhara Vishveshwara He Narayana Bhavabhayaharana Dinodharana Bhavabhayaharana Dinodharana He Kripa Sindhu Krishna He Daya Sindhu He Kripa Sindhu Krishna He Daya Sindhu Anantarupa Anantanama Anantarupa Anantanama Adimula Narayana Adimula Narayana Adimula Narayana. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. That was a very beautiful song. Thank you so much. I always cherish to listen to your voice singing, Madam. Thank you so much for taking time and coming and singing for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this opportunity, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. So, friends, I welcome again for this another session of Infinity. So, what is this infinity? So, as you see, we replaced all I's with ones because in the spiritual path, we are all, attached with the identities, belongingness, right? Identity with ourself, with our belief systems, and with any organizations, with our culture, right? So here we are dropping all I's and and placed with one, because as we all come together, this is like a oneness place. We connect here with that oneness, with all to to enjoy that divine space, right? So that's why we have replaced all I's with ones. So friends, today we have an amazing speaker, Master Pallavi. Hello, madam. Good evening. Namaste. So, to start the conversation with Master Pallavi and her spiritual journey, we have our host, Rashmi, joining us from North Carolina. Hello, Rashmi. Good morning.
Hi, Sirisha. Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Um,
So, yeah, Rashmi, please go ahead and start the conversation with Master Pallavi.
Thank you, Sirisha, and thank you, Mangala ma'am, for that beautiful song. As Sirisha said, all our sessions start with your wonderful song, and it is such an amazing feeling listening to you. So thank you so much, and welcome everyone. Good morning, good evening to everyone, and we have an amazing speaker today, Master Pallavi, joining us. She's from Delhi, India. And she has been into the spiritual path, spiritual journey right from her childhood, and she has been very intuitive and had psychic abilities right from childhood. And she considers Patriji as a mentor, guru, and in alignment with the PSSM mission, she has formed an organization, Soul Network. Soul Network is it's an organization which transforms all the complex metaphysics into easily understandable programs. They have audio programs, they have retreats and live events. And through this network, she has touched around 5,000 and more individuals, like conducting sessions in schools, colleges, corporates, government organizations, and all. And she has also authored a book, Conversations with Mahavatar Babaji. Welcome, ma'am, to our Sunday session of Infinity, and thank you so much for taking out your time and joining us. This session, we usually start with a meditation, so I would kindly request you to guide us through a 30-minute meditation, and then we will get into the session.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rashmi. And welcome everyone for this infinity, because the name itself is infinity. So I think the mind is blank. We don't need to judge anything. But we need to travel this infinity times to understand what really the soul is. So let's join meditation for that, so that we can really empower ourselves by tapping into the infinity. So those who are new, please sit and make yourself comfortable. You can choose your place. You can sit in Sukhasana, or if you are sitting on a chair or a sofa, you can cross your legs. Cross fingers of your both hands. Remove your specs. Close your eyes. Completely relax. Now simply observe natural breath. practice of meditation every day.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a wonderful meditation. Thank you for guiding us today, and that music was amazing. It was taking us to a deeper state. Thank you so much. And what you mentioned during the meditation, that emptiness, that is what we are aiming with this infinity platform, to drop all our egos and associations, just be here with ourselves, our oneness, and uh, experience masters from across the world, like talk to them, understand the journey, their experiments and explorations, and pick up whatever we can to practice in our own spiritual path. So that is what we aim here, and it is more of a conversation. We would like to know more of Pallavi ma'am as a person and your journey. So while introducing, I was mentioning that you were into spiritual path right from childhood. So can you start there? Like, how did you get into the spiritual path right from your childhood?
Yeah, I'll do little correction. Not from my childhood. I started my meditation when I was 19-year-old. So I started from 2006. But yes, I had psychic uh, abilities from childhood where I experienced astral travel, talking to my spirit guides. So those experiences I had before my meditation journey, but not, not having clarity about what it is and why it is coming to me. So then everything technically got cleared when I entered in meditation.
Okay. So how was your experience with all the psychic abilities? Like, since you were a child, you had these abilities. Can you share some experiences, if you don't mind?
I think when I got clarity after coming into meditation, after meditation, when I saw my first past life, I shared that with Patriji. And I thought, the confirmation is really needed, maybe from your mentor or a guru, where you can know that you are not tapped by your illusions. Because we carry the mind, so there are a lot of things are there where we cannot take it as a truth. So mind will also play a very good role to make you believe something which is not with you. So that I was really taking care of it, that I don't want to fall into any kind of illusion. So after when got a confirmation from Patriji, yes, what I have experienced is right. So then I recalled my childhood experiences where I had these past life experiences, which are very live. And then I remembered, oh, then if it is right, then maybe that is what I was experiencing from childhood. So I think when I was 5 to 6 year old, I was playing with my friends. So like hide and seek, we tried to play, and I went in one of the neighbor's house to hide. So there I was sitting quite long time. Nobody's able to find me, and there I could see myself in ocean. I'm in some ocean, and water around me, and somebody's calling me, Maria, Maria. So I just turned and I could see my father is coming to take me. So that was past life I have seen. Then continue to the same vision. I could see I'm celebrating my birthday, wearing some white angel dress. So that I experienced. And when I was out, I started telling my mom, I don't like this Pallavi name. I like Maria. Call me Maria. So that my mom doesn't know from where it is coming from. But she tells me that you used to keep saying this, call me Maria. And even I was like demanded the dress, a white pure dress, like angel dress to have me. And my parents gifted that as well. So this is one of the experience which I call it as a psychic ability experience. And it come as a gift when you already have that with you from your past life. It's just that, some karmic stuff is with you, and uh, plus your environment of the family or the place you live. And especially till you get to the path of your guru, you don't know what's exactly happening with you. So this whole clarity you get about your small, small experiences, the more you travel into the spiritual journey.
Yeah. So just as you mentioned Guru, I know Patriji was a mentor and Guru to you. So how did you
He is. He
meet
was
him?
not.
And
He is.
yeah, he is. So how did you meet him, and how was your experience with him?
For me, he is ultimate, and it's difficult to experience. I mean, to share in words that what he is, because his divinity was so much that always I wondered how he can bring that in body, in physical body, because it is not that easy for higher beings to come into the human form, you know. And that is what my experience was always with Patriji is he is actually the infinity, you know, and he is actually the God. He taught us that everybody is a God, and yes, we are on the path of becoming it, but he is the actual God who came in a human form to show us the truth that we are not forever, trapped into this physical lives or a human experience. It is just a visit. So all of us have to enlighten and go back to some other experiences from here. So my first meeting was in 2006 when I started my meditation, and I met him in one of the event in Chennai. So the moment I started going to that event, so the event was from 10 o'clock, and when I was traveling, I could feel that my life is going to change today. So it is not something I heard about him a lot, but yes, when my friend introduced that, please come, Patriji event is there. So something was very, pulling me within, and my intuitions trying to tell me that I think this is my last day of uh, crying, with everybody, and I feel I cried a lot at my soul level to come out of my karmic baggage, to come out of something which I was not liking in my life. Don't know what it is, but I could feel that. So I went to that event, and the first line I heard him saying that you are a god, everybody is a god. So that was very surprising because I never heard somebody saying that you are a god. Because, if you go to, like, I might be the environment, like everybody says that Krishna is a god, Shiva is a god, we should praise them, or many other things, but nobody said that you are a god. Everybody talked about the gods who already lived, but nobody's talking who is living in this physical body. So I found that very different about Patriji, and that line itself went inside me, and I attended the event, and then it was some interval in that event, and my friend took me to meet Patriji personally to introduce, and I went, and he looked into my eyes for 2 minutes, no conversation, and I don't know how to behave, what to say in front of such a guru, but I could keep looking in his eye because I felt that if I, you know, just close my eye, I was divert, then it is like a irrespect of the guru. So I was keep looking into his eyes, and that was a moment I realized that he is my ultimate guru, I think, and I was waiting for him to come into my life. So that was a confirmation call for me that I reached to the right place. So that was my first meeting with Patriji. And yes, from that day onwards, my whole life changed. And with his grace and the divine light, it is going to be more.
Wonderful, wonderful to hear about your first experience. I mean, I have not met him personally, but I have talked to a few masters who have experienced him in real, and they keep telling the same thing. Like the moment you see him, you know that this is the moment you have been waiting for. So that was wonderful listening to your experience. And I know you have an organization, Soul Network. So how did you come up with that idea? Like what drove you to that creation?
Actually, this is something that Patriji given to me.
Mhm.
There was no such a thought to have any kind of organization. But it is something that when Patriji showed me that you have to bring your wisdom out from, from somewhere or something. You have to come up with. And this is somewhere my co-founder Akash, he come up with some plan that he want to implement. And his thought was to do with me, because I was having many of the youngsters, and I made myself that I'll help you in everything, whatever you want to do it. But his plan was there where I was there in that plan. So I kept it on a hold for a year. I said, I don't feel it is the right time, because then I was trying to see what it will be. I could not see the clear vision about it. But I think after a year, when Patriji came to my house, and I think one dream he given to me that he was labeling something. He was writing in that dream, and he was keep saying to the people, "You should make networks. You should make networks." So that was a word I keep hearing in that dream. And next day he came to my house, and that time also I had formed, and we were doing another activities like we come up with some volunteer work, basically, because we wanted to keep experimenting. So we come up with some t-shirt, spiritual t-shirt concepts. We come up with spiritual animations, spiritual short movies. So some creative work, basically, I was interested in. So, but when Soul Network came, so it is something that given me the clarity what sir was showing me is to bring my wisdom through it. So then I taken the initiative, and this is how we started Soul Network as an organization. And later I could see that Patriji was giving uh, organization within organizations. So PSSM is a very big platform where he initiated too many of the leaders to have their own organizations with their own purpose. So I think Soul Network is also born out of it. And now I feel the Soul Network has a more work to do, because whatever I do in my life is basically to take Patriji's wisdom. So Soul Network is definitely based on my wisdom, but the foundation is Patriji, and to take his mission to this different form of the wings.
Yeah, that is one of the most important thing he always talked about, and he always practiced, that empowering everyone. He never kept control anybody, or he always encouraged everyone to go ahead, teach meditation, that is what his aim was. Like, you have to learn meditation, practice it, and teach, and then spread meditation. He empowered everyone to do that. It didn't matter like how long you have meditated or how long you are in the spiritual path. Even a person who started meditating yesterday, he could go and teach meditation to anybody. So that is the empowerment he gave, and bringing that science, the spiritual science part to everyone. Like, just telling about meditation might not inspire everybody, right? Like, especially the younger generation, they connect everything with science. So that is one thing I was very interested when I read about Soul Network. It is transforming that metaphysics into simple language which is understandable by everyone. So was that an idea which Sir gave you, or it was your own creation?
What I can say, it is through my own skill of what I learned, because what I liked most in Patriji is his simplicity in the form of living this life, as well as whatever he do. If we talk about the spiritual concepts, the most difficult concept he will give you, making it more simple. And I think that is why we all are attracted towards him, because he made so simple. For example, when I entered in PSSM, I came to know that we don't need to do puja, and we don't need to wear particular clothes in order to have guru. We don't need to take any kind of diksha, So these all thing made me so happy that, oh, from childhood I didn't like this actually, but there was no courage that why we should not do that, not knowing about the truth. But he was clearly saying us that we don't need this. We don't need karmakan. We can live and do only meditation, right? So everything, the most complex concept all over the world, especially by reading books, he given everything in a plate where I think we just need to eat. So that I'm trying to bring in a most, because there was also a audience where it was very difficult for them to understand Patriji, because he's saying simple things, but even simple things won't go in their mind. So what it can be where they can understand what kind of a routine language they need, what kind of a experience based proof they want to hear, so that they can understand that concept. So this is how we're trying to work with Soul Network. For example, if I talk my multidimensional life, So the meditator will say, ma'am, this is very heavy. For example, I teach astral travel, I teach channeling. So they say, oh, this is very heavy. We didn't reach to that state. But when you attained, you will realize that no, this is not something which I cannot attain. So that is what bringing everything into a very simple form of understanding through Soul Network.
Wonderful. And how challenging is it? Like, I see you are conducting programs in schools, colleges, corporates, and government offices. It's a broad spectrum of audience. So how challenging have you felt, like bringing this knowledge to different sections of the society?
I think not as a challenge it is, because Patriji taught us these things only. And so far, I feel it was a challenge for only physical mind, that how I can do, what to do, and all kind of questions. But I never had questions. My 18 years of time with Patriji went only thinking about him, that what I can do for him, what should be the next work I should do when he visit my place. So me, my husband, my team completely into this, that what we want to do next. So far, if you call it as a challenge, then we love challenges. And mainly I love doing a lot of experiments. I love doing research. So I'm mainly a very research based mindset I carry. And that is the beauty, that when you tap a different audience and know their experiences, you get more depth to your own experiences. But yes, when my meditation journey started, with Patriji, we already doing everything. So it was not difficult when I formed my organization and how to do it. So I feel that I was more educated and matured to handle when it landed.
That's nice. Yeah. Yeah. So you were mentioning about channeling, like teaching about channeling, and I see the book you have authored is Conversations with Mahavatar Babaji. So was it a channeling experience which you have converted into a book?
Right.
Okay. Can you tell us more about your experience writing the book and connecting to Babaji consciousness?
Actually, everything, whatever happens in our life is based on the contracts. We do all different soul contracts. So with Babaji also, I have a big contract. So my journey keep going to sometime a stage where I feel like I don't want to work with Babaji. My journey also taught me that when soul contract is there, how much I reject, I will only come forward to fulfill that. Why? Because it is a soul contract. Many times mind may get exhausted. Mind may say, okay, I want some change in my work, or mind wants to create something else. But I understood, especially with Babaji, is when I have this contract which is already done with him, so I cannot escape. I have no space there to escape, because every year twice I visit his place. And last, I think 5 to 7 years, almost 7 years, I'm taking groups to that place. So after taking groups, it become my work to take different group consciousness and lead all those souls to certain state where my energy work is involved. But going like we are also going on this 15th August. So this is my 29th trip. So in between, once I think a year back, I was again begging him that please, I don't want to come again. Only this place is given into my work. I want to have some other place. I will take people to other place, uh, some other energetic place. So I want that. I'm exhausted. I got bored coming to the same place again and again. So I still remember that night he showed me, Patriji was there, Babaji was there, and Babaji handed over me that one paper, and it was written my soul contract with Babaji. And there was a sign that I signed that contract. So Babaji was saying me, you can't forget your contract with me. So you have no choice. That is your mind is telling you that you got bored and how many times you had to come here, but this is your contract. Don't see it as somewhere you have to educate that thought itself, which is telling you that you are exhausted. So just transform that area of your thought and lead your purpose, that you are bringing those souls where further I'm going to take them. So this soul contract works with everyone, with every person in your life, basically. And this is how with Babaji, with Patriji, in 2009, I went to his caves, his place in Uttarakhand first time. And from that day, the journey started with Babaji. Almost it has taken 9 years for Babaji to prepare me so that I can receive him well, his messages, his energy. And there is a lot more background work which happens subconsciously when any channeling entity wants to come or guide you, basically to train you. So it's a very long journey happens to the channeler. And then in 2018, he appeared to me and he stayed with me for 100 days. And like we're having conversation, the same conversation I used to have with him every day, which I just concluded in the form of a book. And what I feel blessing is that book is edited by Patriji 5 times. So I feel myself enough blessed that when he was in a body and I could do my contribution of bringing this book, and he given his time to edit 5 times. I was shocked to see his interest, his, the childlike energy, that curiosity, that what Babaji is telling you. And he used to call every 2-3 days that what are the messages, send me the content. So I was very shocked to see that such a guru is so, carries such a interest. And what a great thing I have written. I have not written something great. Why he's so interested in that? So Patriji is, he taught very, very small things to us. That he used to say that the things which this world think that it is big, it is small for me. And things which is very small for these people are very big for me. Like reading a book, editing a book is very important for him. It's a very big work. But people give very less importance to the book. Making a book or having a book is not a big deal for people. But it is very big for Patriji. Or even how you eat, how you cook, how you stand in front of him, what kind of words you speak in front of him. That everything mattered, very small things. So that is what I can say, those who spent a very good time with Patriji, that I can say we got a universal trainer. That I believe that the pyramid masters who are trained under Patriji, any dimension they go, they will know what to do and how to do. I think that training Patriji offered us in this lifetime, and everybody is lucky for that. And another training I was gifted with Babaji. These are two very different personalities, and channeling is basically understanding that, entity and transforming your mind levels, because till you do meditation or gain experiences, it is definitely making you grow on your spiritual path. But if you have something in your soul plan, like a channeling or working with some kind of higher entities, that is entirely different experience. And I believe, as per the Babaji, he given me the message that the people who are in meditation or in true spiritual path, 70% of spiritual people have ability to channel. But out of 70%, only 30% people come forward. That means they get awareness about working with the channeling. But rest 40% people don't come forward. They get trapped with their mind. They don't know what to do. They could not decode their own experiences. So then the work was given by Babaji that you have to educate that 40% of area and guide people that what exactly is the channeling, what kind of things happen behind channeling, how to understand that entity, what is the journey of channeling. So through this channeling program, I don't teach channeling. It is not something that you come and you start channeling. It is not that. You will know the science of channeling. So basically, it's purely the guidance. Because, for example, if you want to learn something, and we have a lot of books or a lot of literature, spiritual literature, and we hear stories, right? If somebody tells us the story, we understand more. If somebody tells their experience, we understand the depth. We understand how to apply that with our own experience. So that is what I do through channeling.
Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I've heard about Saith Wisdom, which is channeled messages, and even Thousand Seeds of Joy by Anand Karneshji, that messages from Lakshmi Devi. So I was very curious when I heard your book title, Conversations with Babaji. It was very curious, and thank you so much for explaining your experience. And I was very intrigued that you said about soul contract with Babaji, and even your organization name is Soul Network. So was there any connection with that?
Not a real connection, but I think the soul network is born to that we want to make a network of those interested beings who are purely interested in spirituality.
Okay.
Name we can give anything, because a lot of beautiful spiritual words are there, right? But we assign something to ourselves. So I think the soul network is also like that, because we want people to multiply it. The knowledge should be multiplied. It should be, integrated. It should be shared with everybody. So it is basically the soul networking. We want one person to get educated spiritually, to understand that spiritual science, to understand that Patriji wisdom, to understand what really the Guru is, right? But at the same time, that person to teach others. And I think the same we do in PSSM and all the pyramid masters. So, everything is same. It's just that it's an individual choice to form something and go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, there are so many. Every master will have their own idea of spreading meditation or the knowledge which they have gained in their path. So they come up with a lot of organizations. But I believe underlying all the organizations' aim is to spread meditation and spiritual knowledge to whoever is seeking. That's what
And I
I
can
have
say, especially those who are from PSSM.
Yeah.
Whether even they formed the different organization, you will see that they are following all Patriji principles.
Yeah.
Right? And that is what I said. It made more sense that when Patriji is not there in his physical body, and now especially I feel more responsibility. Till he was there, I was like doing things when I have a time, very much in comfort zone. But now it's a responsibility that I have formed something, so it should reach where it should be.
Yeah. So what can you tell us about some of your most lovable moments while you're spreading meditation or teaching meditation, or most rewarding moments which you had?
There are many actually, but what I feel is the gift of meditation is when you do yourself meditation regularly and also teach to the others. That is where we start experiencing and feeling our own soul essence. We don't know till the time what the soul essence is. The beauty of our own soul. That when you start teaching somebody, and especially to such people who immediately grab them. Someone's life is transforming. Someone is suppose able to overcome their mental issues or whatever the issues of their life. They can give meaning to it, that, oh, I'm thankful that I got a pain, why it came to me, how I should deal with it, how I should accept with it. So basically, the beauty I see in spreading is that the stories of souls are unendable, and every story is so unique. The beauty of everyone's experience is very unique. We might fall into the same dimensional experiences or the conclusion of it, but the beauty remain unique. Like suppose the similar experience you and me have, but the stories will be different, and the understanding out of it will be different. The feeling which shared and said are different. So everything is the part of that creativity of that soul. And I think that is what it is unique. And that uniqueness of soul, I think we experience and we get to the depth only by spreading it. So the more you spread, the more stories you hear. And Patriji is like, he used to say that I am collector.
Stories?
IAS. I'm a collector. I give work to the people. I love listening to their stories. I listen their stories, and then based on that stories, I give them work. Even a very beginner in the meditation, and they used to come to share something, small things in front of Patricia, that what happened to them. With equal attention, he will listen that. That is what I said. The very small things we learn from Patriji, that how you should be giving importance to the soul, and how we should execute that spiritual wisdom with this physical awareness. That is what I think he proved entire his life, especially those 40 years being as a walk-in in his body.
Wonderful. So for the listeners who are listening to us today, the participants, how can they tap their deeper layers of their own life mysteries? Like, how can you help them, or are there any programs which they can join? Can you throw some light on that?
We need to understand some secrets of spirituality, some very important fundamentals of spirituality. One of the fundamental is that which Buddha also introduced is a middle path. We all need to understand what exactly is the middle path, or am I following the middle path? So how basically middle path teaches that how we can align with ourselves, body, mind, and soul. So when we are into the alignment, we are following the middle path. If any mismatch happen, we experience some extremity of it. So the balance comes with the middle path. And in middle path only, there is an enlightenment. It's not that we don't experience extremities. We do. Soul wanted to experience that. But again, with that, we have to gain that awareness and come back to the truth. So that's a practice of becoming one with that alignment and again reminding ourselves to walk on the middle path. So these are a lot of secrets Patriji revealed. If you really see his videos or really understand those secrets which he put into the very simple words, like he given us the 18 principles. So those 18 principles are just not the so-called principles. Those are basically the secrets for higher ascension, for a spiritual growth, which one need to execute, one need to implement in life, and then we can see the versions of enlightenment. The journey is not something that we will reach and one day I'll enlighten, and after that I don't need to work. It is not that. The moment you enlighten, then you have to upgrade your enlightenment. There are grades of enlightenment, and it is unendable.
Beautiful.
Right?
Thank you, ma'am.
So my request to the listener is that just don't listen to Patriji like you are listening to the gurus. He is very different than other gurus. You might hear, oh, this is easy, I'll do it, or I am doing it. But are you really understanding the depth of that? So his guided principles give us the depth. And I think the depth will come to anybody when we focused only on self. We have to get detached, like he used to say, even being sansaric, even being in the family life, we had to practice the vairagya. Inside we should be sannyasi, we should be into vairagya, and outside we are into sansara. So Patriji, in his action, he used to be attached, he used to be detached at the same time. He used to say, when I'm traveling, suppose next day in the morning, so next day in the morning after bath, his energy will shift. That is what I have experienced. And then he is completely diverted to the energy where he's going. He's completely into that, not with what he ended that day. So how to be in the present, where to attach, where to detach. He used to say, I'm now attached where I'm traveling today. I'm not attached with where I traveled yesterday. So his videos, I think we have a lot of literature in Telugu, which is coming in Hindi. We are bringing in Hindi and English also. And many people also work in English. So that you can focus, especially you can listen YouTube videos we have. And as you are joining Infinity and many other programs by PSSM Masters. So that I think, will give you more depth and the truth, where you can go closer to your own self, because self is not something that we can really describe. Self is beyond it. The concept of soul itself is beyond it. I can share my astral travel experience. I can share my experience, which is seen by my mind, which is, where mind is educated for that particular dimension energy. But beyond how my mind can even, describe that, it won't. The mind has limitations, but self won't have. In order to really have the soul research, we need to be a spiritual scientist. And a spiritual scientist job is to find truth in everyday life, every daily routine, become mindful, become meditative, and see what it is, the depth of any of your soul experience is hidden in something. So I think that that is the beauty which you can get through experience. That is what you can gain through your enlightenment. That is a byproduct of your enlightenment, where you will see that universe keep teaching you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a pleasure talking to you, and so much wisdom. And just like how Patriji videos are there, like it is a strong message, but simple words. Your conversation was the same. It was very simple. The deeper concepts were explained very, very simple to us. So thank you so much. And I will hand over it to Sirisha.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you, Pallavi, madam. Your conversations, what your experience sharing was indeed, too much, so much enlightening. Thank you so much. So I would like to call upon Sharma sir. Let me unmute her.
Hello, guys. This is Sampath. Sharma sir is driving.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Hello. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Hello.
yeah. We are traveling from Austin to Dallas for the Omega Pyramid promotions. We are doing sessions here. Very nice to have your session, madam. I'm a friend of Krishna from a long time.
Yes.
And thanks for the Patriji Answers book that you guys have published. We post those messages every day in the Omega Meditations group. Prithvi does it. I remember sending one copy to 3 copies, 3 volumes to Rashmi as well a few months back. Thank you so much for your wonderful work. Great to have you here in Infinity, man.
Thank you, sir. And I'll request you that we also come up with almost 5 volumes of Patriji daily messages. If you remember, he used to write everyday messages, whatever he read. So he has written 6 years continuously. So we are bringing that also in the form of book, along with his own writing and also the texted form. So I really request you to spread them also at your end, so that, and it's in English. So many people, I think those people who are not able to read books, so at least if they read those 6 years of messages which Patriji have written, is good enough for this life, I feel.
Very, very true. And we also sense on a daily basis, it feels like as if you are traveling with him for those many years on a daily basis, speaking to him, listening to him. Thank you. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
So, thank you. So, madam, we have few questions. Would like to start? Yeah, I think let's take one question from one of the participant. Let me see. Yeah, so Sudhanshu Sharma sir is asking how to differentiate between thoughts and intuition.
Okay. See, initially it is difficult that you cannot differentiate between thoughts and intuitions. Because what happens is, intuition comes or delivered through thoughts. Okay, intuitions delivered through thoughts. But in order to differentiate that, what we can do is, if you are doing regular meditation, it's really good. But if you are not doing, then I'll guide you to do it a regular meditation first, so that you can see the more clarity based on the intuitions. So now how we can differentiate more at mind level, because that is what the whole life we keep educating the mind in order to understand soul. So intuition comes from soul. Okay, and thoughts, the maximum area of it comes from the outside world. Okay, and how is the intuition? Intuition is basically a kind of a gut feeling. Suddenly get tapped into your energy, into your mind, that, oh, I feel I want to do this. Your mind might bring a logical questions that why you want to do it, how you will do it. So that those are the thoughts. But there is some, you know, the energy which cannot be uh, cannot be described like the thoughts. So intuitions are delivered in the form of thoughts where you feel more encouraged, more courage, more gut feeling, and where you will not have any logical reasons. For example, if you are in love with somebody, you just know that you love that person, but you don't know why you love that person. So the mind will tell you that you should know why you love that person. But your intuition, which is coming from soul, will tell that you are going to marry that person. You are loving that person. There is something to learn from. There is something to clear karmically, right? So this is how intuitions work. So there is a war or a fight always goes between this logical thinking and with intuitions. So the more confusion you get because those intuition take the form of thoughts. That's why you get confused. But yes, in order to simply define it, you understand that intuitions are such a feeling that sometimes your logical mind fails. Most of the time, your logical mind will fail. And with some certain period of time, the things start falling into it where intuitions were already there. Then your logical mind will say, oh, now it makes more sense to me why I was feeling like that. Right? So this is how you can differentiate. But in order to get more clarity for your journey, you need to experiment with this. Only with your experiments, you can get more surety about it, what it is exactly intuition or what it is, your mind is creating something unwanted stuff.
Thank you, madam. Hope Sudhanshu sir has got the answer. Thank you, sir, for asking that. So, Gaurav has raised his hand.
Good evening, ma'am. So I have a question regarding difference between Ana-Pana-Sati meditation and Kriya Yoga. So I know Kriya Yoga is can be initiated through a guru, and Ana-Pana-Sati is what PSSM propagates. So I just wanted to know, like, what one should prefer, like, dedicate his or her energy towards, and what is the path for one? Like, is it Ana-Pana-Sati or Kriya Yoga? So if you could elaborate.
I feel, sir, I'm not the right person to answer this. For the reason is that because I never done Kriya Yoga. A person who did both can answer better, I believe, because experience speaks. But so far, I can share my opinion about it. Because I directly got into Ana-Pana-Sati with Patriji. And it never made me to think that, oh, let me try out the meditation. I did not even get that thought to even try out the meditation because I was getting everything through Ana-Pana-Sati. And I love Ana-Pana-Sati because of its simplicity. It is not difficult. I can do in any position, in any situation. So that is what it makes me more, comfortable with that technique. And another truth added to is that why it was, though I am a very experimentative person, so I never experimented with meditation. The one of the reason is, I feel that when a big guru is already experimented, why I should waste my time? Where Buddha already did those experiments 5.5 years, experimenting with different techniques, and still he could not find it, and finally he has to come to Ana-Pana-Sati, and that is how we are following the Buddha on that technique. So why I should experiment? So I was never attracted to any kind of meditation. Even though I channeled Babaji, Babaji never taught me Kriya Yoga. He never said me to do Kriya Yoga. Why? Because everything is an energy frequency. if I have to reach to the certain level of energy in order to get Babaji, in order to see Babaji. And if I'm getting that through Ana-Pana-Sati, I don't need any kind of meditation. And that is the reason that Babaji never taught me Kriya Yoga. So I'll suggest, if you are not happy with Ana-Pana-Sati, then experiments. If you are happy with something, then don't run anywhere.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. One of the participants is asking, Vibha Malhotra, can you please elaborate more about middle path? I know you spoke about middle path in your conversation. So can you elaborate, how to be in the middle path?
See, middle path is another way, if I can explain, is alignment. The simple word in English is alignment, I can explain. Because if you see, for example, let's take, we are emotional beings, we are more emotional, and we need to accept that fact. Most of the time, especially if there are male, they don't accept their emotional side of it, right? So there is a lot of area of emotional healing is there for men, because of the suppression of thoughts or not accepting themselves emotionally, where woman is opposite. She expresses herself in every way possible, right? So it's a different nature, but ultimately we are emotional beings. So if I am experiencing emotionally overwhelming or something painful, something extremity, some karmic, definitely, which is making me to go away from meditation, for example. I'm just giving you example. And with that thought or with that problem, I'm not able to meditate for a month, and I'm just going and running behind that issue to resolve it. And somewhere I settle with that and I resolve. And I get back again with meditation and I see that, oh, I did not practice for a month. I could not, because of I was emotionally exhausted. I was emotionally unhealed, So then let me cover that. So what I will do, I will double my meditation, which I have not done that 1 month period of time. So that is a balance, right? So we have to see that balance in our every action. That how I can bring myself. So understand that when you are happy, when you are content within yourself, when you are very stable, peaceful within yourself, that means you are into the alignment with your soul. That means you are into the middle path. But if you are not happy, something is disturbing you, something is making you unhappy, that means something is missing. You have to find out that. So this is everyday game that we keep bringing ourselves to the middle path. But yes, there are certain things which I can say the physically, if we practice, like doing a marriage or doing a family life is one of the thing to follow the middle path. Doing our own physical responsibilities means following the middle path, not running away from the responsibilities. Or having a good sattvic food is also a middle path. Suppose the people are eating non-veg, that is not the middle path. So having not so much of food, that means in quantity, is not a middle path. Have that much where you need it. So anything in extremity we do is going away from that middle path. But coming back again to the meditation practice or meditation path, wherever we are going out of alignment, we have to remind ourselves to come back. So that is practicing the middle path.
Wonderful, madam. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that in detail. So I see Sudhanshu Sharma sir has raised his hand. Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. Ma'am, like various different questions and something which is stemming to one thing which I could understand from what you are just giving us the guidance that everything actually starts from the, starting something with your own self, which is meditation, which is you are focusing a lot in your discourses, that you need to start yourself. And that is the practice which is going to unveil the things for you. So, ma'am, like couple of things, like when we talk about it, you have to have a guru. I don't have one. Probably, I'd say that I'll be searching for one, and probably I'll get it one, maybe one fine day. That'll be like, I'll be very, very fortunate. So I don't have one, and whatever meditation, now we are in online world, so a lot of YouTubes and things. I'm doing a little bit of whatever I could understand, but still, there is not one single way through which I can really, what you're talking about alignment. So definitely, I feel that there is an alignment mismatch, which I can feel. Uh, Things are fine, like in my life, but still that misalignment, and there's so much that I'm not at peace. It feels like that. So, like when you talk about work, other things, personally, everything is beautiful. There's no problem anywhere. But I think it's the problem which is stemming from within. So maybe, I'm trying to do something and I'm not able to do that. Probably that is giving me that kind of a pressure. Maybe that is one thing. Another is this, that a little distraction is what I feel. So just trying to understand, ma'am, as you also mentioned about contracts with various different people. So all of these things, I think, has a route from where we can start, demingling the things, which is meditation. How we can start or initiate ourselves with that one particular thing which we can do over a period of time, which can give us some clarity, or maybe start making us move in a specific direction.
Right. As you already mentioned that, but the 1 hour conversation we had, but that is what I have seen in my guru in Patriji is 40 years. He taught all the time about meditation, right? There are a lot of stuff in spirituality. He would have channeled somebody. He would have given a lot of big concepts of spirituality. He would have given a lot more things which we want to hear or we are also listening around us. But why he didn't do it physically? That is one question. I think I don't know how many people think about it. Why all the time he was roaming all over the world to teach meditation? Whatever the issue we have, what kind of an experience we have, what kind of a problem we have, all the time his answer was meditation. Once he told the story is that like everybody came, every master, every guru came in their lifetimes and they did the work and they went back. Everybody, a lot of gurus who introduced different techniques as well. Okay, so that time he was telling me that, see, those gurus are taking objection on me. Why? Because I made every student of all level to sit in one class. I play flute for everyone and make them to sit in meditation. I'm not differentiating their soul levels. So there were objection because if we see really go back into the history, we used to hear that you need to reach a certain level of experience or energy, then only you are eligible for this, right? So this kind of things happened in the history of spirituality, where he just ruled out that. He said any soul of any level will sit in the same class. And everybody will raise above their levels only. That was Patriji. If I am a person who can understand multidimensional experience, with his meditation, I'll get that level of experience. If suppose a housewife who is sitting and having some issues in her life, having suppose some children issues in her life, she will get solution to it. She will get that healing of motherhood through Patriji meditation. So Patriji's focus on meditation is just not a physical reality of the technique which we follow. There is so much beyond it. His full focus was to make us self-sufficient. And that is what the messages he given. You don't need any guru. You are your own guru. You just need meditation. You are a god. Why he taught this, uh, you know, uh, simple things which we normally don't believe. We don't accept ourselves God. But why he keep telling the same thing? 40 years. He keep repeating the lines that my dear friends, my dear masters, and my dear gods. If you really observe that a person who came in the body and did the same things again and again, making people, playing flute for them, sitting for meditation, and not telling big things. But those will come in his aura, he will give everything what that person is, looking for. That is the beauty of enlightenment. So when we get or feel something uneasy, or sometimes we are not able to tap our own feelings, that, like as you said, that everything is good in your life, but something is missing, right? So that is the beauty of our soul's journey, that every time something will be missing, that is for sure. Okay, that is the role play is there of that missing part, so that we should thrive for it. And how meditation will help in that. So suppose yesterday I was happy and today I'm not. So give a thought, release a thought to the universe, that suppose if your mind is not able to execute or find that right word, that what your intuitions are trying to tell you, give a thought to the universe, give work to the universe, that what I am missing today, why I'm not happy. And observe that universal will bring the synchronicities. Universe immediately start working for you and show you some ways. It might be through some thoughts, it might be through somebody, it might be through some random video, it might be through reading. So this is how universe start communicating with you, that why you are not why you are not happy, what you should do, what is next. If you find why you are not happy, then give a next work to the universe. So basically, meditation will teach you not to depend on any personality, any outside teacher or a master. But yes, we should have meditation friends who understand this level of experiences, who can really understand your feelings, what you are going through, and can guide you through their experiences. So we must be doing that, like-minded people, community or a company. But apart from that, this is the journey and this is alone. That is the truth. Universe is all the time with you. So basically, we are trying to clear the path to the universe itself to believe that whatever we ask and it is given. So do those experiments with the universe. Get clarity. If you get success in 1-2 experience initially, you will get more confident to work on it more. Then you yourself will become enough self-sufficient to lead your life, to decide spiritually what is right and wrong.
Wonderful word, man. Wonderful words. Never heard in the recent past. Thank you so much for that. So, by what you said, and specifically if I talk about Patriji and the enlightenment, I think this is the only thing under the physical world wherein one size fits all. Primarily, that is what you're trying to say.
Meditation itself is a big research. As I said, we feel emptiness. We don't know how to define emptiness. Emptiness is a word for the mind, which mind is unable to tap and understand. Mind will never understand. That is not the area of a mind itself. That is the area of soul. So we have to tap that energy. We have to uncover that emptiness. And when we open, there are a lot of gifts, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, secret. So that is the real journey we have to get into. And that the only meditation can give you. Experiment for the normal daily life. If you are suppose having some office stress or anything where you are, you just lose your mental balance, and meditate for an hour. You get back with yourself with a lot of peace. You are balanced and you know how to act about something. So meditation is giving us the power. It's a recharge to the mind. But beyond that, something went inside. What is that which stabilizes you in that moment? Before 1 hour, you are not able to stabilize yourself. But what happened with that 1 hour which meditation given? It's a big research. Meditation is creating miracles, whatever we want to create. A cancer patient is healing, only sitting every day 5-6 hours. Why? Yeah, we know these miracles, right? So how it is happening? It has a science behind it. They're not taking any outside medicine, but they understood. For example, you read that you are a placebo kind of experiments or many other things. So you will understand even through the Seth wisdom is that you can create your own tablet within yourself. That medicine which is needed to cure that particular disease. And those chemicals are present within our cells. This is all part of the research and it is getting through meditation.
Ma'am, I've read that book of yours, The Conversation with Babaji. So you're gifted with some very beautiful psychic, connections. What we can do and how we can, maybe start working in a direction that can lead to where you are or how you started.
With your question, I really want to give one message to the psychic people because what I have seen with the psychic people who turn into healers and they don't even know where they lose their psychic ability. They lose the psychic ability, whether they call it at some kind of siddhis themselves and all that stuff. They love to hear that, oh, they got siddhi. It's not a big deal at all. When we gain something in our past life and we get it in this life, not a big deal. So when you, as a soul, earn that enough, it is not something that we think about it. But this is a physical mind which is full of illusion. Will make you and also divert you in a certain way where very good psychic people initially when they really do good in their life, later on their life, they lose those psychic abilities. They lose the grace of it. I'll give you example of it. I see people when they get this active psychic abilities or active third eye experiences, right? So they see many things, they experience many things, they get overwhelmed by that experiences. Definitely they share, it's a good part of it. But with that, they start activating or accessing the other stuff, other people's stuff. If a person who is experiencing and start telling people, oh, I can see you this, I can tell you this through my psychic ability, I can channel you. Many people come to me to have a personal session with me that please do Babaji channeling for me. I never do. I'm one of those channelers who never do channeling for others. I never guide to that path because I don't want to lose my powers. The people who do that course of it, they lose their healing abilities. They lose, their psychic ability with period of time because when they start interfering with others' karmas. People who are gifted or having very active psychic abilities, their first job is to protect also those abilities. So I believe the people who come in meditation, as Babaji said, 70% people are already gifted with psychic abilities. They don't know how to access it, how to understand my own ability. That is what they need the guidance. And that is what I teach. I teach people how to access your own psychic ability.
I need that guidance. I think I'm at that stage where I definitely need that guidance.
Sure, sir, you will get that through Soul Network. And that is what, as I said before, we're trying to give and make people guidance and become self-efficient, which Patriji always said, to become your own master. and not to do things for others. Become inspiration, become an experiential based library for others, but don't become a astrologer, don't become a person who is predicting uh, through their psychic ability for others' experience.
Understand that.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. So I would like to call Sampath to add here.
Yeah, sorry for taking a few more minutes. Just wanted to share experience. When I heard the last 2-3 questions and the way you answered, beautiful wisdom. I just wanted to add one experience. I was in meditation from 2001. I never believed in astral masters till 2011, when literally Babaji happened, and I couldn't believe that someone's presence will come into your life all by itself, even if you don't believe in it. And twice or thrice I went to Babaji's cave, and one of the last visits to Babaji cave, I had a thought, is it still belief or is it really happening? I was looking for that, I gave a request to Babaji to really pull me out of that illusion, whether Babaji is a concept still a strong belief or a reality. After that thought, I meditated for 30 or 35 minutes, and I opened my eyes and I was just blank. A huge beam of light above the cave, Babaji's cave. I was sitting just outside the cave. Went with a lightning speed, a greenish light. I have never seen such a fast moving object or such a bright object ever. And I was like, I got goosebumps, and my whole body became cold. And then came a message. I thought that experience was the highlight. No, then came the message. He said, do you really need to ask for someone to appear in your life? Or do you have to come all the way to Babaji cave? Why do you think I have appeared all by myself to Lahiri Mahashaya or Babaji or Yukteswar Giri? That's because they are doing the work, a great work. When you do a great work, it's our duty to be with you, to appear and come in front of you. You don't have to ask for it. So do great works where you, without you even thinking of it, we are always with you. We are guiding you. Our presence is all around you. Trust me, madam, after that, I totally, the consciousness of Babaji, I totally understood that day. And coming to being a meditator and being a Kriya Yogi, one question. You initially, when you are in a body consciousness, suppose I am Omega Sharma sir or Sudhamshu Sharma sir, whatever, you come with that body consciousness into the meditation. Slowly you start connecting to the breath, but you will understand that this side of the breath you experience, but the source from where the breath is coming and touching you, you don't. So breath becomes the bridge between the breath you are receiving and the source. And your journey to connect to the source happens through breath. So breath is the middle path, whether it be in Kriya Yoga or in Ana-Pana-Sati. A Kriya Yogi understands that he is breath and he needs to be with breath, yet balances both physical life and, and the spiritual life. And a meditator, initially he is in the body consciousness. He meditates for a better life, better productivity, better peace of mind and all this. But after a point, he becomes naturally a Kriya Yoga. So both are same for me. And everybody will have this purpose. Once you go to that point, you understand that Satyam Shivam Sundaram. You need to live in truth. That happens when you are living as breath, not as the body. That's where Kriya, Swasa Kriya becomes more important. And when you become one with that breath, you are a Kriya Yogi. Breath consciousness is Kriya Yogi. Second thing is Shivam. When you come into this world, one, you learn and evolve. Two, you give what you are supposed to give to the world. And balancing Satyam and Shivam is Sundaram. So this is what I wanted to add, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you, Srish.
Wonderful.
Beautiful
Thank you so
explanation.
much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you, madam, for your wisdom and for your sharing all your psychic abilities, working with Babaji's book and Patri sir's, your experience with Patri sir's. Thank you so much, madam. I don't see any questions. Thank you, madam. In the group. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much.
So friends, thank you so much for joining for this beautiful session. We will see you all next week. I would like to extend my gratitude to our partnering organizations, Breath Universe from Australia and Beam from Germany, IFSS and Shambhala Solutions from India, and PMC English, who is streaming this session on YouTube. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, madam, once again for your great wisdom. So friends, we will see you all again next week at the same time. Have a great and wonderful week ahead. Thank you. Bye-bye.